Yeah, Close the doors, walk across the corridor. We got something to show you. Media is our repertoire. Fed up with the same news, no channel to use. Cruise control mentalities, here we offer you. We gon' show you a new way. The content, it never strays from positive and uplifting. Once a week, the scope gifted. With the presence of your eyes, what a distraction. Beautiful to soul, especially in action. This year not ration, came in abundance. Films like in Sundance, tech like the pop art. Tachi Queen, you are Curtis, a beast heart. You must carry, cause MCs they all vary, and seldom do they motivate. World full of hate, we serve the hope on a plate across different platforms. Let's hear a buffet, hydration like crochet. Don't focus on a day.
We're always here for you. MediaScope, when you're emotionally broke. If you don't know what I'm singing the theme song. What's up, everyone? Welcome to another riveting week of MediaScope, all things media, tech, and pop culture. I am your host, Tachi, media professor, filmmaker, media content producer, also a journalist. And I do a bunch of other stuff that I won't talk about right now, but I'm so happy to be back. You all make my Wednesdays, in case you didn't know. You all, and plus this guy behind the scenes that thinks he runs things, his name would be Curtis.
Hey everybody, what's happening?
What's happening with you?
Nothing much.
Why are you so quiet? Oh, sorry.
Whatever.
That's the normal voice level. Sorry.
Yeah, I just ate, so.
Oh, I'm afraid to ask, but what did you eat?
Chicken skins and
just fried chicken skins?
well, I mean, you take off the chicken skin first and then you put the meats aside. You eat the meat, then you eat the chicken skins later. Or you just break off a piece of the chicken skin and then take a piece of the meat off and then eat them together.
Like you're eating Ethiopian food with injera? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, you could say that. That's good. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Do you have a particular? Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just saying very descriptive. I like that.
Yeah, well, that's what it reminds me of. Do you have a particular type of chicken that you like, meaning from a particular place, or did you cook this yourself? I could be underestimating you.
Well, yeah, I didn't cook it myself. You know, I don't really cook chicken at home too much. If I were to cook it, I would prepare it at home. I would actually bake it because I don't like all the oil, because I never know what to do with the oil that's left over. Then it starts with the house smell.
Because what you have to do is, well, you know, we all reuse it, but you have to actually throw it away. It's not like you can just put it down a drain.
Oh, and that's a no for me. I wouldn't dare do that.
You have to throw it away, and it feels like a huge waste, right?
Absolutely.
Wow. Well, look who we have here. Arlesia Mays said, I missed the first part of the IG program, so I'm back. We love you, Arlesia Mays. Welcome. And say hello to MC Curtis. He's here too.
Hey. Love those chicken skins from Popeyes. I need to fix that up. Love those chicken skins from Popeyes.
Can we stop? Can we just stop right now? I was trying to let you work it out, but it's not going to work out. So let's just stop right now. Popeyes is not a sponsor of MediaScope, so we are not going to sing their jingle. Although Popeyes, you really could be. I think they've been trying to get some vegan chicken lately, if I'm not mistaken. I think I read that. I know KFC has really been on the vegan options because they're trying to get the veganites in too, the vegetarians in too. So anyway,
I stopped KFC years ago.
Stop eating what?
KFC many years ago, probably more than 20 years ago. Easy.
Really? So you haven't had the Colonel's 11 herbs and spices in like 20 years, huh?
Yeah. Oh, 11 herbs.
It's 11 herbs and spices, yeah.
Yeah, that too. Neither that.
Good night. David Benjamin Eccles, one of my favorite Bison, is here. Welcome, fellow Bison. It is good to see you. Well, and he also says hello to you, MC.
Hey, hey.
All right. Well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to bop it. Wait, hug first to let you know I appreciate you. I appreciate you. You could be anywhere else. You could be doing the work that you're supposed to be doing that you're getting paid for, but you are here with us and we love it. We love it and we love you. So, if I could please get the intro to the media segment, please. All right. Well, let's have photo one and we'll get right to it. So, Arlesia, since you missed the first part of it, great, because we are actually going to be reviewing some of the stories. So, we're going to be talking about Disney at first. So, Disney has a slightly revised streaming strategy, and Bob Iger talked about this at the shareholders meeting. So, this is what's happening, folks. Marvel, Star Wars, Disney, and Pixar titles are going to stay exclusive, but there could be a licensing of some of Disney's other content on occasion, as they say. Can you say it with me, folks? On occasion. We don't know what that means. We don't know if that means Easter and Christmas. Does that mean Passover and Ramadan? We don't know. But on occasion, they will be licensed to third parties. So this actually just happened on Monday. They just had this call on Monday, and this was a response to a question from a shareholder during the company's annual meeting. So they just had their annual meeting, and they conducted it virtually this year. I don't know why people don't do things virtually all the time. I don't know about UMC, but I'm like not feeling going into a physical place to have a meeting anymore. We can't do it online.
Not yet?
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, I go, but I'm
Right.
like, because I know that we can do something through virtually, whether it's Zoom or whatever, why do I need to waste
Oh, I
gas
hear
to
what you're
come?
saying. Gotcha. Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I
no,
agree.
because I definitely go. I just mask up, mask
Right.
all the way up. But I feel like, can't we just do this? And then I don't have to worry about coming all the way back. I'm already home. And I won't be late because I can log on like 5 minutes ahead of time.
Right, right. Yeah, I agree with you that exactly. If you don't have to be there for sure.
Yeah, let's wait, because then I'm already here and I could do whatever else I need to do. Let's be efficient. If we're talking about efficiency, because they talk about waste so much in companies, right? They're always talking about waste. Well, the waste is me getting in the car, driving for 10 million miles, taking like half an hour to get there, using gas, sitting, then driving half it. That's the waste.
Yeah, I
Don't make
think
me do it
that
because you have to. Go ahead.
even nowadays now, more so nowadays, where you have people actually looking when they're looking for work, one of the options is remote. It's like, can I do this remote? And it's like,
Exactly.
years before that wasn't even thought of.
It wasn't. They were like, nope, bring your tail into the office
Right, right, right.
because I need to see that you're working. It's all about breathing down the neck to see that you're working. To me,
Right.
there's a lot of over micromanagement. There are some people, if you don't breathe down their necks, they won't do anything, but then they shouldn't be working there, should they?
Exactly, exactly.
So I can't help your mistake, Mesami.
Right.
So, but we've also got one of our Mesamies here, Terry Johnson online, the assistant queen of food truckery is here. What's up, Terry? Good to see you. And okay, David is digging the intro. He was dancing to the intro. That's what it's for, David. Dance to the intro. All intros can be danced to. Right. On occasion. So, in any case, yeah, we have options now. So why do I have to go in? But that's fine. But let me tell you what I do when it comes to, and we've talked about this before, you and I, but for those of you that are like either freelancers or you have a company and you're meeting with clients, I've learned, because I've wasted an inordinate amount of time driving far to have a meeting with someone who ends up not using my services. because they're
Yeah.
like, oh, well, we're not ready yet. Well, then why did I drive an hour to come see you? No. If it's not like the first meeting, and this is my belief, the first meeting should always be virtual. Then if you're digging each other, it's beneficial for you and them, and it looks like you're going to work together, then you can schedule a second meeting in person. But mess of me, why I'm not coming to you unless I'm not doing that anymore.
Yeah.
So this is
Absolutely.
probably gripe session number one, but I think this is for all of you to, just think of something to think about, because it's a waste of energy, and your energy and time is precious. So unless somebody said, no, I really want to work with you, let's do it, and they're like moving forward, there's no reason for you to go to them, because I can't count the number of times that I've gotten in my vehicle and driven, and it has not been fruitful. But it did teach me
Yeah.
something. I'm
Yeah.
not meeting with you in person until it's for sure. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say it's one of those things where it's like, you know what? Do we actually need to have a meeting for this? Couldn't this have been like a memo or a sticky note?
Some of these things, I'm like,
You know,
I didn't have to see you face to face. You just wanted
right.
to lay on to hides on me. You wanted to lay hands like you were in church. We don't need that.
Just
We
wanted
don't
to
need that at
see
this
all of that,
stage.
huh?
Huh?
Just wanted to see all of that, huh?
You just wanted to see. That's fine. Tell the truth. You just wanted to see my splendor in person. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. If that's what you want,
Busted,
okay,
huh?
that's different. I, Look, let's be honest here, huh? Let's tell the truth. But
Yes,
there's
yeah.
no reason for you to physically go someplace for a meeting that you could handle. Because sometimes I'm like, this we could have done online. And
Yeah,
it's not that I'm
absolutely.
opposed to seeing people, but when it comes to business, and like Terry said, she's like, don't waste my time. Yeah, exactly. So for those of you out there, and the truth shall, I'm just saying,
Yes, indeed.
exactly. So for those of you out there that are companies and you're hiring freelancers, and for some reason you are, or freelancers or other people, and for some reason you're making them come to meet with you in the office, I say, how very dare you, and shame on you. This is for you, because maybe you all don't know. Maybe you don't know. Get to know each other first online, and then when it comes to time to actually work with each other, so you're not wasting that individual's time, when you're ready, then you can meet in person. But don't have us come to you and you're not ready. Oh, let me get off my soapbox, because that could be a whole lecture, a whole be more actually. Ooh, and
Yeah,
it will
absolutely.
be. It
Absolutely.
will be. I'm going to shoot it right after this. I'm already dressed. I'm going to shoot it right after this.
So, quick question: did you
Yeah,
come from did you come from like an hour's drive today from possible working with a client and
I did
they?
not.
Okay, okay,
I told you I learned. I told you I've learned my lesson.
okay.
Those days are over. I don't do that
Right,
anymore. I'm just
right.
imparting my wisdom to the MediaScope Massive, that this is what we're not doing. Or like they like to say here in Florida, what we're not finna do is drive an hour to meet with you and there are no
Yes,
promises.
yes,
That's what
yes.
we're not finna do. And you could tell them I told you to say that. Blame it on me. All right, so let's talk more about this. This is happening. So, this was a question from a shareholder, and this is what they say. In order to achieve the goal of getting into the streaming business very successfully, we felt we had to take control back of the content that we had licensed to third parties. At that point, most of it was going to Netflix, and we knew this, and we actually enjoyed a good relationship with them over the time when we licensed content to them. But we licensed very valuable content we felt we absolutely needed. That was the hurry to take it all back, because
Interesting.
they knew they were coming up with a streamer. Disney Plus was coming. So here's the thing, and I said this on IG, don't discount the fact that they may. So let me tell you again what they say they're not doing that's going to stay exclusive to Disney. Marvel, Star Wars, Disney, and Pixar titles, they're saying for now, are going to, according to Deadline, are going to stay exclusive to Disney. However, never say never.
Hmm.
I said this on IG too. Didn't Netflix say we will never have advertising?
Hmm.
Where are they now?
Exactly, exactly.
Where's your advertising list TV now, Netflix? It's not. So they've got the tier that everybody has an ad supported tier. So never say never. I predict that we're going to start to see, even out of those franchises that they mentioned, we're going to start to see some of those being licensed. Not tomorrow, maybe not next year. But when they're looking and they're like, we have shareholders and we are beholden to them and we need to make sure they make some.
Yeah, absolutely.
When the shareholders are what you are primarily worried about, you're going to find a way to make the ducats. And that's a way to
Sure.
make ducats, licensing out your content.
Now, with this occasional licensing that you mentioned,
Mhm.
do you think that's going to go to the highest bidder, the one who's willing to, what company who's willing to pay the highest price for it, or is that just some loose
You,
language you're using right now?
you know what? I'm sure that price is going to be a factor in determining
Mhm.
who gets that.
Okay.
I'm sure. I'm sure they also are going to look at the direction of that particular streamer or platform
Mhm.
to make
Okay.
sure that it's going to be viable.
Right.
Netflix was financially viable. It made sense for them to have stuff on Netflix. At the time, Netflix was the only game in town, right?
Gotcha.
There was no other streaming. So at the time it made sense. Yes, Netflix is paying this money. We might as well get, there's nobody else. But then it's, well, wait a minute now. Can't we do this too?
Yeah,
You
exactly.
can, and they did. And
Right.
so,
Right.
but how they say two heads are better than one, two streamers may be better than one. And if they left on a good note and what like they're saying they did, and they enjoyed a great relationship, I can see them coming back again, coming back around again to that. But Netflix is not the only game in town anymore. So
So what you're saying is that Disney is, with all of uh, the Pixar, the other companies they have, they're part of the Disney brand. Are you saying that they're going to be just taking back all of their content from those companies that they've licensed the movies to at some point?
well,
When
they already did that, right? All
Okay,
of their stuff was on Netflix, right?
okay,
I
right.
think they do have a deal. You may be able to watch some of these things through Amazon Prime, but you have to pay for it, right?
Okay,
So
okay,
it's not like it's licensed
right.
um, per se. It's more of a deal where people are paying for the content. So
Okay, okay.
and obviously there's a cost there. So I
Sure.
think some of their stuff may be there. I don't. If it's anything, it's very little. But they've already gotten back their properties from all these other streamers. Namely, was Netflix. It was Netflix
Right.
basically.
Okay.
So because when they decided we could do the same thing and cut out the middle person, it's valuable content.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and it was probably like an exclusive deal, if you think about it, because there were no other streamers. They didn't
Right.
have a streaming service themselves. So I'm
Mhm.
sure it was an exclusive licensing deal where it couldn't be anyplace else. So once that ran out, that's when you started to see all these things come off of Netflix. And that coincided with the timing of the advent of Disney Plus.
Right.
So,
Okay.
so Terry says this: the number one rule of business, shareholders come first. They come first. David says competition. What? Yeah, challenge. Okay, in the words of what's his name from remember on the Cosby Show, you
Yeah,
remember
yeah,
that episode?
yeah, I
Yeah,
do. Yeah.
challenge. That's what they're saying basically. And Terry says Disney said they are going to protect that IP. Absolutely. Absolutely. Look who is here joining us over on the, what is this, the Twitch side. Wabiri is here, the songstress herself. She is sneaking in again. Wabiri, how the heck are you? It is so good to see you. Welcome. And welcome to, we didn't say welcome. Let's do that right now. So we've got a bunch of people watching us. If you happen to be watching us on the book face or Facebook, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. On my personal page and also the MediaScope page, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you happen to be watching us on YouTube, the tubing of the U, we are happy to see you. Welcome. And I know usually our YouTube audience comes in a little bit later, but welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are watching us on LinkedIn, hey, please feel free to say hey or say something so that we know you're here, because sometimes we can't see. I know for some of you, sometimes we can't see. So it is what it is. Also, I think I got everybody. Yeah. LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and if you happen to be a lucky individual listening to the wonderful station Gospel 107.1 FM in Nassau, Bahamas, and the rest of the Caribbean, tomorrow at 8 p.m., we have something for you.
Ooh, the chills. Ooh.
That's right. We wish you a multitude of blessings. And you all, Gospel 107, you're the only one that has your own theme song. So know that we love you, like we love all of you watching.
Ooh, got the chills. Got to come down from that one.
DS is here. I'm just going to let you sit in that one. DS is here, and he says, hello. Our YouTube family is coming in. How are you? How are you? Yeah, Bookface is catchy. We'll call it Bookface.
Yeah,
Why
it is.
not? Anyway, and our Alicia Mays is putting up the praises as well. Fantastic. We love our Gospel 107.1 family. We're international. That's the cool thing about it as well. We are in the Caribbean, because even though it is a terrestrial station out of Nassau, a lot of the Caribbean gets it. So we have people in Jamaica, people in Barbados, a whole bunch of people in the Caribbean that listen tomorrow. So thank you. Thank you. And thank you once again. All right. Let's keep going, folks. If you're just joining us, welcome to MediaScope, all things media, tech, and pop culture. We are here every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. First, we're on at 5-ish on Instagram Live, and then we hop over to all the platforms that we just mentioned at 6 p.m. Eastern time. We are happy to have you and you here, all of you, all y'all. As the plural of y'all is all y'all. So all y'all, we're welcome. We're happy to have you here. All right. Well, could I have photo 2? Please. Please tell us why you're laughing, MC.
The smiles. Everyone in that photograph is smiling, and it just brings me to a chuckle.
Everyone and nobody is smiling. But here's the thing. So for those of you who don't know, this is Ryan Coogler. He is the director of Wakanda Forever and Black Panther. And back in the day, he did Fruitvale Station. And this is him now. So the other two are Scully and what's the name? Scully and somebody. So they're characters. They're supposed to be serious. But Ryan Coogler is a real person. Why is he not smiling? That's fine, Ryan. You don't have to smile. But let me tell you why he's here. I'm sure he was smiling when he heard this news. The return of... Remember that theme song?
I do.
From where?
X-Files.
You get Mardi Gras Man. Yes!
Yes.
The X-Files. So Ryan Coogler is actually tapped to do the reboot of the X-Files. And he's going to make it a diverse cast. Thoughts?
Yeah, this is like the third reboot of this one, and
but it's not a reboot with Ryan Coogler.
Yeah, true that. So it's going to be interesting to see the diversity in the cast, though. It'll be interesting.
It's going to be interesting to see a diverse cast and to see what spin Ryan Coogler brings to it. Now, you may be saying, and this is what I thought at first, I'm like, well, a reboot of the X-Files would be great with Jordan Peele. Jordan Peele already is in the sci-fi, even though he's horror, he's sci-fi horror, right? So if you think about it, he also directed the reboot of the Twilight Zone, which is actually one of my favorite shows.
Yeah, for sure.
The original one with Rod Serling, one of my favorites. Love the Twilight Zone. I watch the Twilight Zone every night, in case you didn't know. I've seen it before, so I watch it every night. You can learn life lessons from the Twilight Zone people.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And that's what it was intended to do, to be honest.
Franklin.
So
Remember Franklin? Franklin.
Franklin, the machine,
Yes. What machine?
the slot machine.
Yeah.
Right. No, I remember that. I remember that. I remember quite well. And one of my favorites, I know, tangent, but this is what we do on MediaScope. One of my favorite episodes was two of them I have. The one where the toys were trying to get out of this bin, but they didn't know they were toys.
Absolutely.
And you didn't know till the end that they were toys being put in a donation bin. And then the one Obsolete. Do you remember that? Where it was a futuristic society where they had decided that some fields, right, for work were obsolete. And so if you were obsolete, not only would your job be obsolete, you too would be obsoleted. And you would go before a jury, and that's what they would decide if you were obsolete. So this particular episode was about the librarian. Remember that?
Yeah. I got the entire disc series for the Twilight Zone.
Something about that does not surprise me. I saw that coming. I saw it coming. I have to say hello to D Carpio. Hello, D. How are you? Welcome. And Terry Johnson said you were never a fan of the original X-Files. Nor was I. I watched it because of the song, the at the beginning. So it's like I would watch the intro, and then I would. I did that too with remember the show Taxi?
Yeah, absolutely.
I love the intro for the show Taxi, but I never watched the sitcom. Obviously, it came on before I was alive, but still, I love reruns of old comedies and stuff. I never really watched Taxi. I just liked the beginning of it. I don't know why. I love that song. So, not that I love the song, but I found it intriguing. So I said, "Oh, X-Files," and I would watch, and then it would be okay. Change the channel because the intro was over. Arlesia is like Toy Story. Are you like that? Meaning you never watched Toy Story? You like the intro? Let me know. David Benjamin Echo says, "I like the I like the Twilight Zone." That's what I'm talking about. Yes, TV Land, and then Me TV has all of those as well. And there's another one called FETV that plays all these classic shows. I don't know why, but okay. So let me tell you, Me TV. I watch Mannix, then followed by I love Mannix because I've discovered this. I love detective shows. Mannix, followed by Perry Mason.
Yeah.
Okay, then followed by Twilight Zone. No, Alfred Hitchcock Presents. No, Twilight Zone, then Alfred Hitchcock Presents. Then Canon comes on.
That's an oldie but goodie right there.
Yes, right? Then Barnaby Jones comes. I love old detective shows.
Those are all the shows I used to watch with my grandmother.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I used to. Yeah, she'd watch
that's
all
a
those
good
shows.
nostalgic memory. Eating chicken skins too, were you?
Remembers Quincy?
Oh, yeah, Quincy.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was one of my favorite ones. Quincy. Yeah.
Quincy, that starred Mr. Roper. I forgot Norman Fell.
No,
wasn't it?
Wasn't it Jack Klugman? I think.
Was it Norman Fell or Jack Klugman? I think you're right, Jack Klugman. Yes.
And he played.
Yeah, and go ahead.
No, I can't remember. He played in some other. Well, he's played in quite a few movies, but.
Oh, Jack Klugman. I teach every semester when I'm teaching a film class. We always watch 12 Angry Men. And if you look at 12 Angry Men, you're going to see a lot of those. Jack Klugman was in 12 Angry Men before the obviously the Odd Couple. So you see me going down because I love the Odd Couple, and I also love the Odd Couple theme song. I love it. Oh, okay, nostalgia. So I think what I'm going to do is eat some Caribbean food tonight and watch my shows because these are my shows. DiCarpio says, yes, Hitchcock. Love Alfred Hitchcock. He is like just brilliant. I think that's as much horror as I can take, Alfred Hitchcock. And said, David says, you're not alone. Oh, he's not alone because he loves intro show tunes. This is why whenever there's a game for show to, I win. You can't beat me because I know almost all the intro jingles and stuff, or the intro songs, not the jingles. But I do know jingles too. That just shows what a TV addict I am. How about that? Jasmine G, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is good to see you. Okay, so she said, oh, one of the Toy Story programs was about toys going to be donated or those who are obsolete or destroyed. Okay, yeah, so they got that from the Twilight Zone episode. There's nothing new under the sun. Look who is here. We have. Uh-huh.
Ooh, I deserve an amen right there.
I feel an air of blast.
Mm-mm. Oh, well, that was the wrong button. Just got happy.
Something feels a bit blasphemous about that one. Maybe it's just me. But maybe you are truly thankful that Serena is here. And we are thankful. It is Taco Wednesday. We are never here on Tuesdays, always here on Wednesdays. Go and get yourself some great snacks, some great drinks, all sorts of great, wonderful libations and stuff on the MediaScope food truck. And I know we have some specials. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, was going to ask, where's the Queen of Food Truckery? Well, she's right here. And we were missing you, sis. My facial expression, what did I do? I don't know what I did. See, that's why I don't hide things, because my face will tell it all. Poker, not me. You know how they say poker face?
Right.
I guess you're not supposed to have like an expression. Yeah.
No, she doesn't got it. She doesn't have it.
So anyway, let's talk a little bit about this more. He is looking to have a diverse reboot of this classic sci-fi drama. Chris Carter, who is the originator of this series, he's the original series creator, said this in a recent podcast in Canada. March 27th. He said this, I just spoke to a young man, Ryan Coogler, who is going to remount the X-Files with a diverse cast. So he's got his work cut out for him because we covered so much territory. That they did. And a rep for the 20th Century Television, which produced the original series and its recent 2-season revival, declined to comment. Because he said, I'm not saying anything until we see that this works. Right,
exactly.
So, and that's interesting. So apparently, though, here's the thing. There was supposed to be an animated spin-off series of the X-Files that was coming to Fox, but it is not moving forward. So I don't know how many of you knew that. I didn't even know that there was an animated series on tap for the X-Files, but that was supposed to come to Fox. And it makes sense because, Fox has a whole animated slate of shows, right? What are the ones? The Simpsons, which I love. Bob's Burgers, which I love. I don't know. Is American Dad still on? I don't like that one.
Is the Proud Family still on there too?
No. The Proud Family is not on. Proud Family is Disney, I think, isn't it?
I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right. This Disney.
Yeah. Proud Family is it? So yeah, no, not the Proud Family. They're not Fox. They have like you could tell a Fox animated show because it has that same kind of feel to it.
Right.
So I'm guessing that this would have been part of that slate, but it's not moving forward. So Mulder, that's it. Mulder and Scully, that's it. So if you don't know the original show, they investigated supernatural happenings, basically. So they were like agents. You could think they're like FBI agents, and they investigated X-Files cases that were, whatever. So anyway,
paranormal, is that safe to say?
That's it. Great. Paranormal.
Now, Will he be changing up the main characters as well, or when you say diverse, is that going to be just
It,
characters playing in different
it
roles, or
has nothing. TV Line reported this, and it has nothing about I don't even think they've gotten to the point of casting this
okay,
or whatever.
mhm,
Um, so I don't know if the main characters are going to be recast
okay,
or, and I would think so, to be honest. I would think so. So we'll see.
yeah.
But let me know in the chat. Are you here for another X Files reboot with Ryan Coogler? Remember, Ryan Coogler, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Let me know what you think. All right, so we have a special from the food truck. Buy one libation and get another one half off. Does that include smoothies? Let me know. Or are smoothies something different? Let me know. I know it's probably not the fresh pressed juice because Serena has to press that herself. but but let me know. Here we go. Okay, thank you, Jasmine. Yes,
Yeah,
Family Guy is still on, right? I don't watch it, so I don't know.
yeah.
I talked about the ones that I'm bothered with, I guess, or that I like, that I want to
Mm.
be bothered with. Not that bother me. Anyway. All right, could I have photo 3, please? Let's talk a little bit about Netflix. On to our streaming thing. What you see here now, folks, if you thought that it was a one off for Netflix to do a live show, the Chris Rock special that was done, that wasn't a one off because they are going to do the first live reunion special for Love is Blind. Do you watch Love is Blind at
I
all,
watched it.
MC?
Yeah, I did actually watch the first couple of series or
Okay.
seasons of it, and I haven't
Okay.
watched it since. But yeah,
You
it
haven't
was
watched it since.
yeah,
Okay.
it
Okay.
was okay. It was all right.
Yes, meh. So I don't watch it at all, so I cannot comment on it. However, there are people who watch it, and if you are a stan for Love Is Blind, you may be happy about the fact that Netflix is going to do the reunion live. And so this is the thing that you cannot cut. You cannot. It's live is live. So whatever happens, happens. And it's Netflix, so you can't say cut to commercial. No.
Interesting.
So whatever happens, happens. That is set for April 16th.
So is this the one with? Okay, I know there's a different couple of different shows like this, but is this the one with Nick Lachey and his wife?
I think so. I don't know. You all tell me.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yes, it is. You're right. Yes. Nick
Yes.
and
Okay.
Vanessa Lachey. It is.
Correct. Okay.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
Yes. So it is with that. It will be co-hosted by them. And again, they've been co-hosting it since it premiered on Netflix in 2020. So Nick and Vanessa Lachey will be there and it will be live, live, live. So it's been a hit for Netflix, reaching approximately 30 million households, according to Netflix's internal viewing statistics. Wow. So are you going to watch?
Probably not.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I don't care about it, but I would tune in just for the novelty of watching it live to see
Mhm.
what is happening live. Because again, I did not watch Chris Rock's special live. And to be honest, the beauty of that was probably that it was live. So now that it's over, I don't really have the desire to watch it, but I may just peek my head in for a moment to see what live for Netflix looks like.
Yeah.
Oh, Diaz has a question. Um, if somebody wants to contact me do you want to collaborate, DS? Let me know. But if contact to for an interview or a collaboration, good. That's a good question. I think the best way, and I know this sounds weird, the best way is to probably contact me on Instagram at Dr. _Tachi. I think that's the best way because I'm there every day for different things. So the best way is to reach out to me on social media, and you can email me, and I'll put it up later. So if anybody is interested in emailing me, you can. For now, social media is the best way. Dr. _Tachi. Email me and yeah, we could talk if you're interested. So thank you, DS, for that. So Love is Blind is the reunion should be interesting, says Jasmine, and she is a stan. Oh, so you should be all about this. You should be all about this. So definitely, here's the thing. If you all are into this type of thing, this type of pop culture, you definitely should think about doing a show, doing a podcast where you're doing commentary on this, where there's weekly commentary on those things. I think those types of shows are so interesting. It could be you and a co-host. Think about it, Jasmine. I'm putting the bug in your ear, Jasmine.
And there's a lot of different shows like that out there too. So if
There
one
are,
goes
and they're
away, another one
great.
comes up. Yeah,
Another
absolutely.
one comes out. Exactly.
Sure.
Do it. I say you guys should do it. If this is something you're interested in, I'll listen. I'm telling you. So Terry Johnson says, I watched season 1 of Love is Blind. So it seems like nobody has gotten past season 1 except for Jasmine. And let's see. So great idea. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Do it on IG Live as a series. Terry, we're right here. You can tell we are students of the great Mario Armstrong when you said that one. She said there are so many review shows. You are so right, but there is not a Jasmine G review show, is there now?
Can't
No,
nobody do
there's
it like
not.
you, Jasmine.
Nobody could do it like you did. Ain't nobody do it like Jasmine, like the Shaka Khan song, right?
Yeah.
Nobody can do it better than you. I don't want to sing and get us in trouble.
You got this, Jasmine.
You got it. And we will listen. And yep, Mario for the win. Absolutely. And here's the thing. Terry says this, Jasmine, here's more. There are plenty of burger joints, but people still have their favorites. Yes, in a world where, look,
good.
That's excellent. Because in a world where, okay, we're talking about the lower fast food end, in a world where there is a Hardee's, a McDonald's, a Burger King, a Red Robin's a little more upscale though, isn't it? More casual dining than fast food.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, but Red Robin's, and then you've got all those other casual dining restaurants that also serve hamburgers. You've got Johnny Rockets, right? You've got In-N-Out Burger. You've got Five Guys. I'm getting hungry, but you've got all of these burger joints here, right? You've got all of these burger. I know. I'm like, burger, Five Guys, In-N-Out. Wow. Why do I do this to myself? Knowing, and guys, in case you did not know, I don't eat before MediaScope. Like on a MediaScope day, I am in a zone of preparation. So I'm not eating. I eat like maybe I have like some trail mix, like a handful of trail mix or nuts. And then I'm drinking, definitely watering it up, hydrating, but I'm not eating. Excuse me, I'm not eating before. So when we go into this diatribe of stuff, I'm like, sheesh, that would be good. Like on IG, the Queen of Food Truckery said that one of the specials was Caribbean food. And she had the rice and peas and the plantain and the beef patty and cocoa. I was like, oh boy, that sounds like might tasty. I almost can't go on, but we must go on. Yeah, exactly. Too busy to eat. And then here's the thing, because, I did, for those of you who don't know, I'm also a reseller on Poshmark, right? And so now they have where you could do live shows. Oh, all you had to do is tell me I could go live. I go live there. I try to go live like 3 days a week or whatever there. And we have the best time. So, I had a show yesterday, and so I had to mail out the purchases from So I was at the post office. I was doing everything but eating. So now we come and we have this food truck, which is real, but for real imaginary, but for real. And now I'm hungry, but that's okay. Jasmine says, now, if I do the show, y'all better pull up. What? You don't know us, Jasmine. Clearly, you have been misinformed about the MediaScope Massive and our power.
Pulling up, Jasmine.
That's us
Pulling up.
pulling. Boom. That's
Right?
us pulling up to your show, Jasmine.
Yep.
Boom. And we
Mhm.
beat.
Yep.
We screeched in on one wheel. We are pulling up to the show, Jasmine.
Pulling up, Jasmine.
Do you need any more proof? I thinketh not. Oh, Jay asked, what do I sell? So I'm a reseller. So mostly clothing and shoes. Some are pre-loved, some are new. So I go sourcing, and yeah, I have a closet. I call it the Fashion Cafe. And so yeah, that's mostly what I do. I don't really do electronics and things. If I have electronics, I usually sell those on OfferUp or whatever. But yeah, so I have a whole little thriving reselling thing that I do as well. But the live streaming, I'm there for the live streaming. So that's what I sell.
Where did you get the name Pre-Loved?
Well, that's what it's known as in the community, reselling community. Pre-loved. Okay, you could say used. You could say vintage, whatever. If it is vintage, but pre-loved, doesn't that just sound better than used?
No, not to me.
Okay.
Pre-loved sounds like the person maybe loves their jacket and they're sleeping in it, or their pants and their top and they're just sleeping in it.
No, people aren't doing what you do, MC. Okay, they're not doing what you do.
So pre-loved, I just love this jacket and love this outfit.
Pre-loved meaning somebody has enjoyed it before and now they're passing it on to you. That's the beauty of pre-loved. And it also saves on excess manufacturing. It also saves, it's just good for the environment and the earth as well. So I love new, don't get me wrong. I love new, but I also love pre-loved.
Yeah, thanks for clearing it up.
Absolutely. I'm sure it has not helped, but whatever. So to make matters worse, we have a MediaScope burger special. Get any burger, beef, turkey, plant-based, etc., with fries, a side of veggies, and a free shake.
Jeez, Serena, why did you go and do that?
Darn it, Serena. Sheesh. But thank you. We appreciate you. But now I'm like, that's why I have to get a sampler platter from all these different restaurants because it all sounds good.
I know, right?
Woo-wee. Anyway, we're going to keep moving on. So if you are interested, April 16th, which is about 2 weeks' time, less than 2 weeks' time, about 11 days. So April 16th at 8 p.m. on Netflix, you're going to be able to watch the reunion show of Love is Blind. If you ask me, all these reunion shows are contrived, but nobody asked. So we're going to keep going. Could I have photo 4, please? So in case you are, I don't know what the theme song is for Harry Potter, so we're just going to use the X-Files again. We're just going to use the X-Files because I don't know the Harry Potter theme song. But in case you are a Harry Potter stan, you love the books, you love the movies, maybe you'll love the show because Warner Brothers is nearing a deal for a new Harry Potter television series. No, that's not the song. I'm going to stop doing that. So based on the young adult books by J.K. Rowling, each season is going to be based on one of the 7 books, according to people familiar with the matter. They're not saying because it hasn't been announced yet. This deal hasn't been announced, but it is happening. So that means years and years of fresh content, apparently. So the series would allow the writers to get further into the world of Rowling's books and Harry Potter. And here's the thing. Have you ever read a Harry Potter book?
Nope.
Okay. These books are, many of them are in excess of 500 pages. And here's the thing. I love to read. And when I was in a dance company, one of the dance company members, she would, as we were warming up, waiting for rehearsal to start, she would be reading this Harry Potter book. And by the way, her name is Hermione. So I was like, Hermione, you read Harry Potter? She was like, yeah, these books are really good. So I said, all right, I'm going to try it. I was bored out of my mind. So I bought a Harry Potter book. I didn't even finish it. I ended up donating it because it just
Wow.
wasn't for me. And maybe I need to try another one. But you know, that I was like, okay, I'm bored. This is going to the thrift store.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd probably read the first couple of pages and then exhaustingly start looking towards the 300 page, the 400 page, and say, geez, a lot of pages. I would get exhausted with it just by looking at all the pages.
And you know what? A 500 pages of a good book should be satisfying. But I looked at that and I was like tired right away. After I read the first chapter, and I was not into it, I'm like, there's this much more to go. Bye. It just wasn't for me. But so many people love Harry Potter, and not just young adults. Adults love
Yeah,
Harry Potter books too.
absolutely. Absolutely.
And in fact, there's a whole Harry Potter cosplay community. They just love Harry Potter. Do you, boo boo? You love it. I like it. And I have to say, somebody that we absolutely love here, our good friend Dr. Vibe is here. What's up, Dr. Vibe? So Terry Johnson said she might watch. Who is she kidding? Talking about the reunion. Here we go. So Terry says this: if you don't like the first one, then you won't like the series. All right, thank you. That's all I needed to hear.
Yeah, I know, right? That's good information. Thanks, Terry.
Thank you. You live and you learn here at MediaScope. So Jasmine says there's a woman who does Black Hogsworth parody videos. I've watched them. I've never watched Harry Potter, but her videos are funny. Yes, I've watched them. She's hilarious. And so I know enough about the world of Harry Potter to know, because I've watched the Harry Potter movies. I've seen 2 of them. So I've watched them. Those were, good. But to sit and watch the books, listen to or read the books, no. So I know enough about the world of Harry Potter that those videos make sense and they're funny to me. But yeah, JK, great author, but books aren't for me. That's okay though. Not every book is for me. All right, so that is what is happening. There is going to be a Harry Potter TV series based off of the Harry Potter books. This is Warner Brothers, who is a parent company of HBO, so it's probably going to be on HBO Max. All right, could I have photo 5, please? Let's talk a little bit about Tubi. We're at 7:07, and I apologize. We're going over because we did start a little bit later. So lots of bells and whistles when you first start. So please forgive us. Let me take this down. All right, so this is juicy. Tubi is partnering with Vice Media. Tubi is owned by Fox. Parent company is Fox. They are partnering with Vice Media for a slate of 8 original documentaries. Can I tell you what one of them is going to be?
Let me see.
It's okay. Guess. I have a
maybe Elon. Maybe. Yes. Did it again.
It is called actually, we should have a sad face for
Right.
It's called The Cult of Elon. That's the name of the documentary. Yes. So for those of you that are looking, because we didn't have enough of Elon Musk, so if you're looking to watch an entire documentary, The Cult of Elon is debuting on April 24th. It is going to follow the story of Elon Musk and Tesla and examine his path to becoming one of the most influential and controversial business people of all time.
I like that title on that though. The title says
The Cult of Elon, right?
No, it says on the book itself, the magazine.
On the magazine. Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
it's what if Elon Musk? I've been calling him Elon Musk all day. Elon Musk. What if Elon Musk succeeds?
Jeez.
Succeeds in what?
Yeah.
That's a little scary. Anyway.
I know, right?
So, yeah, wow to the documentary. Yeah, tell me, are you watching it? Tubi is free now.
I would absolutely watch it.
Tubi is free. So are you guys watching it? I'm absolutely going to watch because I need to know. I need to know what's what with this guy.
I was reading that he is looking at coming up with a phone that he's actually been quiet about.
I'm not surprised. He is
Hmm.
a serial quote inventor. Well, not him, his team.
Right, right.
So we have, and this is interesting, our thoughts on Neuralink.
Mm,
I really don't, to be honest, and I know this is something that Elon Musk
right.
came up with, but I don't know enough about it to have a thought on it. But if Elon Musk came up with it, yeah, I'm a little suspicious.
This is the chip, right? That goes
Um,
in your brain or your
I
skin.
believe so. I believe so. He has
Yeah.
a bunch of different things. So yeah, this was the thing that I think that they were also testing
Hmm.
on. Was it the monkey that oh sorry the chimpanzee that they tested it on? So Jasmine has tomatoes. Terry says nope. And Jay doesn't know much about it. Yeah, I don't know much about it except for we did talk about it on MediaScope, but I don't like have any intel on it enough to know. But I know enough to know that something doesn't sound right. So, what do you think? What is your thought about that? Let me know. And as we're doing that, could I please hold on? Let's see. Um, we're going to skip around a little bit because I want us to be done close to on somebody's time. So, oh, could we please hold on? I'm just trying to. Could I have the Spotify one, please?
So
We're going to
are we
talk.
now tech?
Huh? Yeah,
Are
thank
we,
you. Tech segment, please. I lied. This is still kind of media, but it's fine. It's an app. We'll put it in tech. All right. So it's both. It's both. So here's the thing Spotify has shuttered their live audio app. Did you
oh,
know that Spotify had a live audio app? Okay. So here's what it was. Wow. Right. So they had live audio and they had a separate live audio app. It was called Spotify Live. Well, it still is until the end of this month because it is going to go away. It was their standalone live audio app because they are turning away from live programming and really focusing now more on the podcasting end of it. And this is a company spokesperson told the Hollywood Reporter this. So here's the thing. Let me tell you why, and you probably know this. Do you remember Green Room?
barely, barely. I think I
Okay.
might use it on my phone, but I haven't used it.
So Green Room was Spotify's app that dealt with sport. It was sports at first,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah. Hmm.
And it was live audio. It was a social audio app that was dealing with sports.
Right.
Clubhouse came along. You all remember Clubhouse?
Yep.
And started killing it in the social audio game. Well, you can't be by yourself, Clubhouse. Facebook has to have a live audio. LinkedIn has to have a live audio. Twitter must have live audio. Spotify took it was called Locker Room at first, and they turned it into Green Room. Remember that?
I
It
do.
became Green Room because they did that to be competitive with Clubhouse. So then what happened is a whole bunch of Clubhouse people then also came on to Green Room, myself included, because I wanted to see what was what. I went there. I think I did one show with a group of people there, and I'm like, yeah, this is not cute because it was too many people trying to get gems or whatever this currency was there. And like, all right, pump up the gem. No, I came to hear I'm not. Then they had a whole bunch of rooms dedicated to that. So that quickly fell out of favor with me. But anyway, Locker Room, which became Green Room, which then became Spotify Live, is going away. So, end of this month, it will be no more.
Hmm. So it just
And this
wasn't
is
a
because,
revenue
go
stream
ahead.
for them. It just wasn't a revenue stream for them.
Yeah, if you saw because you're like, how are they making money off of this?
Right.
So it probably was not the biggest revenue stream for them, and because of that, they're turning away from live audio. So select shows will exist on the main Spotify app as non-live podcasts. So basically as a regular pre-recorded podcast, and it will be shut down April 30th. So sorry to those of you who were using now Spotify Live as a thing. You probably need to find another thing. And you know what? Now they have the Spotify podcast, which was formerly Anchor, or sorry, not pod. What is it called? Hold on, I don't know what it's called. Podcasters. So I don't know if you can see that, but there's an app that's called Podcasters. Never mind. So it's called Podcasters, and so you can create. That was Anchor. That was formerly Anchor. So there we go. All right. So here we go. Jay has a wonderful thing for us. And excuse my chin. Neuralink Corporation is an American neural technology company that develops implantable brain-computer interfaces in Fremont, California, founded by Elon Musk and a team of 7 scientists and engineers. Neuralink was launched in 2016 and was first publicly reported in March 2017. And that's when we talked about it. But I still don't have any information past this, really. But I'll tell you this. I don't fancy the idea of a chip that now it seemed at the time, if I remember correctly, it seemed at the time that there was some utility and good that could come out of it. And I think that's with every technology. But then there are always actors, bad actors, who are looking to use it for not so great things.
Right.
I don't like the idea of having a piece of technology that is controllable implanted inside me as well. I'm not talking about like something like what a pacemaker or something that function. So this is totally optional. You don't need it. But if you want it, hey, who am I? So DS also says that Neuralink's device has a chip that processes and transmits neural signals that could be transmitted to devices like a computer or a phone. And I can see how that could be helpful. I don't like it, but I see how that could be helpful. For example, somebody who cannot speak, right? Somebody like a Stephen Hawking, right? Who could not speak but has so much to say. I see how that could be helpful in transmitting thoughts to a device. But I also see how it could be dangerous as well. We also have a question from Dr. Vibe, and I'd love to hear this from you all and you too, MC. In my opinion, what is the future of Clubhouse? MC, I'll let you go first. What do you think?
Oh, that's a great question. I have not been on in a while, but just from my own experience and, using a lot of different tech apps and things of that nature, when they start making a lot of changes to it and adding the different features, and though they just may not be around, because I think some parts of stability is where you're at some point you're good with the features and you're building the community, but once they start adding different things and just trying to appeal to everybody, or at least add this feature, add that feature, they don't last too much longer after that. That's just been my own experience, from what I've seen. So no.
Well, in my opinion, Dr. Vibe, Clubhouse says even though they've added features, they really haven't evolved functionally away from where they were when it was developed in 2019. It hasn't really evolved to something else. It's still basically the same app with a few extra bells and whistles. And so history will tell you that we get bored with things very quickly. We become unenamored with things very quickly. So if there's not something that will hold me there, it's like having a Netflix, right? And ever only having the same 10 titles. Yeah, you may like these movies and you may watch them, but after a while, if there are only 10 titles, you're going to get bored with that and say, it's not worth me spending time here anymore. Forget about money. It's also time, right? So in terms of the future, I think it could be dim if they don't evolve past what they are right now. Because in essence, they are the same app that they were when they first, and there's no incentive to involve when people are using you, right? So you're like, oh, times are good. Coconut shrimp. I told you all what coconut shrimp means. Coconut shrimp is flowing. Chocolate fountains are flowing. There's no need for me to innovate or do anything else. Well, when you don't do that, somebody else comes along and does it. And I think here's another thing too. When that popped up, it was also the age of social audio because we could not leave our homes,
Right.
because
Right.
we were sequestered. So a lot of these platforms cropped up at a point when we did not have that human interaction. So this took the place. That, I mean, again, we can't even really use those things as case studies because of the fact that many of these things cropped up in 2020 when there was a pandemic. And so, of course, people are going to gravitate toward it because we don't have anything else to do, right? We can't interact any other way. The true test of the longevity of something is it working when there are not unusual circumstances. I hate to say it, but it's true.
Just really quick here, I think platforms like Clubhouse, if they were actually promoting themselves, and I don't know, I think the people on Clubhouse, or much like the other platform that was years ago that you and I think it's where you and I met at Blab, where they
Blab.
begin to where the content creators are searchable. You can find them on a Google, something like that, where they're promoted, because people just don't know how to promote themselves, in some instances. And so if other people can't find them, you can have all the features you want, and just not have enough people
Excellent
coming to
point.
the platform. That's my opinion.
Excellent point. And people don't want to sign up for something that they're not already on.
Yeah,
So you may have great content, but if I have to sign up to access it, I don't feel like it because I'm already running out of space on my phone. That's
yeah.
just one more app. So that's the other thing. Yeah, it was the hot app on the block for a minute, but we have a couple of things here. Jay needs Periscope back. I
Yeah, I
agree.
miss Periscope
Twitter,
too. Yeah.
I do too. Twitter messed that one up royally. And DS agrees, as does Jasmine. Cheryl Woods, hey, how are you? And Cheryl says, how does Clubhouse make money? Now, that's the $1 million question.
Yeah.
I don't know how they make money now, but when a lot of these apps, when they are first starting, they are going for like Series A funding, right? They are looking for investor funding. And so, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't one of the people that invested in Clubhouse, oh gosh, why, Felicia, Felicia's dinner party, she did them on Clubhouse for a while, but she does them really at like her own home in LA. And she
Mhm.
has like a bunch of notable people. Why can't I remember her last name? But her husband is like have big time investor. And for some reason, I think he's invested. I can't remember the last name. It will come to me. So yeah, and Dr. Vibe says thank you for the takes. But how does it make money? I think it's basically they go for fun. They had Series A funding. Now, how long that funding lasts, I don't know. Series A, Series B funding, how long it lasts, I don't know. And they have some investment, but if they're not able to get a return on investment, that's when you don't have these apps along for very long.
Why don't they do
Let's see.
advertising and make those different audio podcasts, whatever you want to call it, make them searchable, and then you can actually have advertising, different companies deciding to say, hey, you know what, I like this program that this group of people put on, and place ads within them and make them searchable where people can actually find them.
So this is what's going to happen for them to make consistent money. They're going to have to become more of a podcasting platform
Yeah.
where companies can place ads, where they can do ad injection. That's
Right.
really the only thing I see. Social audio alone is not going to cut it. And even Terry said this. I missed your comment, but you say here, yeah, here it is. Live audio is dead as a standalone app. I
Mm,
100% agree.
yeah,
If it is not part and parcel of another app that has more functionality,
yeah, absolutely, Tachi.
and then next year somebody could come around and make us all liars and it works again. I don't know.
They should do
But
something
I
like
think
YouTube does, nothing but audio, and you can insert the ads within. But again, make it searchable so that you don't have to download an app, or you can tune in without or from your computer, your laptop, whatever.
they could, but that takes money, and they
Yeah,
don't have
for
anywhere
sure,
near the money that YouTube does.
for sure.
Remember, YouTube is Google.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, all right, let's see. You know what? We are running low on time, so we're gonna do like two more stories. Dr. Vibe says, "Does Clubhouse make money?" Yeah, I don't know that they do.
Right, right.
Jay says, "Let's do a startup and bring Periscope back to life, but call it something else." Perry, nope. I'm kidding.
Nope.
Shelly Shell is here. Hey, it says happy Wednesday. Just getting home from work. I'm glad I'm still. Yeah, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. Welcome on the Twitch side. Welcome on the Twitch side, folks. I haven't done this in a minute. If you're just joining us, welcome to the Overtime Show. This is MediaScope, all things media, tech, and pop culture. We're here every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time on a myriad of platforms. I'll name them in a moment. And my name is Tachi, media professor, filmmaker, media content producer, also a journalist, and we got a lot going on. And if in case LinkedIn, if you're here and my personal page and you don't see me shouting you out, is because the comments are not coming up. So please don't be. I see there are 24 comments. Okay, so hold on. Yes, Jeff Johnson is here. What's up? I'm going to go back. Jeff Johnson is here. What's up? And Ellis, how are you? I see you. Dominic Dumaski is here and says, do they ship to Pittsburgh? Are we talking about the MediaScope food truck? We may. We may. And Jeff Johnson, Koyaba Dance Company. Yes, Jeff, we both used to dance with Koyaba. How are you? Carlos Phoenix is here. What's up, Carlos? And says, can't wait to read John Wick books, 20 pages. Does John Wick even have books? Is it even bookable? Anyway, Jeff says, I'm watching the Elon Musk documentary. David Benjamin Eccles says, Black Periscope, why not? There's Black Twitter. It's interesting that every app has a segment for different interests. Definitely. David Benjamin Eccles also echoes that he misses Periscopes. That's where he met Adelta and this dude named Curtis. Show you right. Absolutely. So I apologize for those of you that are watching on my personal page. Your comments are not popping up for us. So I just opened it. So, hey, what's up? And LinkedIn, hey to you as well. So here we go. Clubhouse is existing on venture capital funding, which I thought that will not last. They have no advertisers and no significant uptick in new users. Kiss of death. Exactly. Serena says, I did get a notice that I went live on LinkedIn. Oh, so we're not chopped liver now.
But you know what? I just found out with LinkedIn. LinkedIn comments don't come in, even with another platform. I won't mention the name that I use. I was told that
Yes,
you actually have to go to their
you actually have to go to the site. Exactly.
right.
I don't know why LinkedIn's API is like that, but the comments don't pop up. So I probably need to go and visit LinkedIn and see. No, let me fix my face.
Yeah,
Hi,
please.
LinkedIn. Hi, LinkedIn. Okay, I see a thing, but I don't see any comments. So, but it is what it is. All right. So, anyway, we're going to keep going. We're going to do one more story because I've kept you ad nauseum, people. I've kept you ad nauseum. So we're going to do one more story because it's like 7:30 now. I have to respect your time, people. Even though most of the time I'm very disrespectful of your time. Let's see one more story. Oh, I do want to say this. The cell phone this year celebrates 50 years. Could I have the cell phone photo, please? Oh, look at that. Do we remember this cell phone?
I do.
The brick. You had one, didn't you?
I sure did.
Oh, I bet you did.
I'm so proud.
I bet you were. So April 3rd, 2 days ago, marked 50 years since the first cell phone was made in New York City by Marty Cooper, who was an early leader in radio technology, and he worked for Motorola. He is considered the father of the cell phone. He made that first cellular call April 3rd, 1973 on 6th Avenue near the Midtown Hotel, Hilton in New York City.
Is that him? By chance?
That's him. That is him. Yep. That's him. It's a reenactment. So this is Marty Cooper, the father of the cell phone. Wow. Raise your hand if you remember this. Remember car phones?
I do. I had one of those too. I was so cool. I missed that phone.
I bet you were, with your Jerry curl flowing in the wind on your car phone. All right. So actually, that's it. Let's end there. We will end there. We'll pick up again next week. Wow, there's a lot going on in the world. The world is actually kind of a mess right now. But one thing that you can rely on is the fact that we will be here to engage in debauchery, fun, and foolishness, media tech, and pop culture news every Wednesday, despite the world crumbling around us. So you can count on that one constant, if nothing else. But I thank all of you for being here. You all make my Wednesday. You make my Wednesday. I am so happy to have you here every Wednesday. Everybody who is here. MC, Jasmine said she used to think the brick phones were so cool when she was little.
Yeah, I did too, Jasmine. Yeah.
See, Jasmine, maybe you and MC Curtis can have a show talking about brick phones and how cool they were. And Diaz said you used to have to work out to be able to hold. I'm telling you.
They were pretty heavy.
They were, in more ways than one. Any final thoughts, MC?
No, great show. Great show.
Great show for you too. And we had a great time. So with that, love you for watching. Bid you adieu, you guys, myself, and this Brick Phones 50th anniversary. Let's all exit stage left. Until next week, cheers.
Yeah, close the doors, walk